Well, what happened? I think we should maybe engage the culture outside in to explain what happened here. What happened here is there was a lot of great talk about modernity and cultural engagement and, taking D.L. Moody's classic line, when you win some, completely out of context, to mean never offending anybody, okay? There was a lot of great talk about this and lots of great conferences and books and stuff written about it, and it all sounded really great when a really nice guy named evangelical named George W. Bush was in the White House.
Sure.
And he could be winsome while he's getting called every name in the book, and he never gets down into the mud like Trump does, and never would say anything that when you went to your tennis club in your suburb, on a Saturday morning, that would make, if the left, your liberal friend offended,
right.
Okay, and make you have to cringely defend.
Hated by the left.
Yeah, they still hated him just the same. Yes,
yeah.
And so, but it could be surface nice.
Right.
That's important.
Yeah.
It could be surface nice. Then a guy named Barack Obama gets elected.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? A true, actual Marxist gets elected. A guy whose collegiate mentors were two married professors named Cloward and Piven, whose entire life's mission was to collapse the social safety net in America so that people would have no alternative but to turn to Marxism.
Right.
And those were his Columbia professors.
Yes.
Okay? And so this guy gets elected. And now all the stuff that we thought we could do, the church could be parallel to the culture and never be perpendicular, which creates a confrontation.
Right.
Okay? That we could just create right in the, at least when the Catholics built monasteries, they went out in the middle of nowhere to try to escape. The Protestants tried to build monasteries like right in the most financially lucrative land masses within all of the, affluent and demographically dense American suburbs, and then said, all right, we're going to pretend like nothing's going on around us at all. Drive by most of your mega churches on a Tuesday at 1 o'clock. What's happening there? Nothing. Just a guy on a riding lawnmower. Nothing's happening. Okay, it's not the central hub of the community or anything at all, except for the 3 or 4 services that it has on Sunday.
Yeah.
That's all it resonates with the community at all. Yeah. That's all it tries to. All right. So this guy named Barack Obama gets elected, and now all the kinds of stuff that it's funny. Before I got saved, I used to come home when I was a drunkard in college and a pagan. I used to come home late at night, looking for stuff to watch, to wind down. I'd watch guys like D. James Kennedy and laugh. And then after I got saved, I'm like, I can't get enough of this guy. I got to read like everything he's ever written.
Yeah.
All right. And I used to watch these like crazy videos that Jerry Falwell Sr. used to make, gay guys in leather chaps, right? And this is what the gay rights movement was going to be. And I used to just sit there and just laugh at that. And that's actually now what happens every single June. He was just 30 years ahead of his time.
Yes.
Okay. And so like all the stuff that those guys warned us about, that they all got ripped and destroyed for back in the day, that they were literally just prophesying is our normal right now. Mm-hmm. All right. And so Barack Obama comes out and he signals that he is now a manifestation of everything that the previous generation warned us about. Mm-hmm. He's ushering a new era. We got lulled to sleep by Bill Clinton. We watched him triangulate the old Democratic Party. Yeah. We could all still, they weren't really those radicals anymore. Mm-hmm. We can all move on. Okay. And then comes a true leftist that shows a true, now you've got friends who now, if you vote Republican, won't even talk to you anymore. Let alone, it used to be you could just agree to disagree.
Yes.
Now you're automatically a racist. It doesn't matter if you're voting for Nikki Haley or Donald Trump.
Yeah.
And so what this made a lot of the suburbanites very uncomfortable. Because now the threat level from the other side has been raised, which means our level of confrontation must raise in response. We go to DEFCON in response to what enemies do, right? Mm-hmm. Okay? And so our DEFCON level has to go up. The suburbanites have a nice, comfortable life, and I know this because that's where I live. They don't want to do that. All right. And so what typically happens, this is tale as old as time. This is the Israelites, Ryan, saying to Moses, you know what, on second thought, this slavery thing wasn't that bad. You went over there and spoke up on our behalf. Now we're making our own straw. All right. Shut your mouth. We're kind of accustomed here to this, path of least resistance. All right.
Right.
And so what happened then after Obama is a movement of more aggressive people on our side said, we have to raise the threat level here.